testing my new gimbal. I'm just going to do a walk and talk. So we're going to see how well this thing actually works. Those of you who are watching that are in the chat, let me know who you are and where you're watching from. So hopefully the phone is nice and smooth. That's what it's supposed to be. Right now, I'm sure it's a lot smoother than what it usually is, because usually I'm handheld, like pure handheld. Right now we're using the, if you guys want to know what gimbal I'm using the DJI Ohm 4. I think that's what it's called. Real nice gimbal. It was not necessarily too expensive, but expensive enough. So we're gonna see. Let's go up and down. There's your sun move. So let me know how stable that is. So I don't know if, I don't even know if you, I wasn't able to tell, but I mean, maybe if I could go like this with my hand a little bit. Nice, near perfect, awesome. Well, first of all, welcome aboard, as I say to everybody. And just kind of taking a walk here in the University of Kent State University, and talk about a couple things. First thing I'm going to mention is I want you guys to stay tuned tomorrow, because a few of my friends who are also a couple of my friends that are also on this app as well, that I've known from the Periscope days, they've created their own weekly show. It's called I think it's called the J and E Show, if I have that right. And every, so you can tell I'm getting used to the, some of the features of this. But anyways, every week they feature a guest. It's an interview type show. Really fun show to watch. A couple of their past guests that have been on the show have been Jim from Chicago. JS Haps is, I think, is his handle. He'll be on later tonight. He features a weekly show called Catalyst, where we de-stress and we talk about life and fun things in front of either a candle or a fire pit. So his show will be on at, I believe, 11 o'clock Eastern tonight. So I'll probably be watching that, as I almost always do every week. He was one of the guests on the JNE show. Just a couple other guests that were on. Well, anyways, I think can think of. But tomorrow I will be the show's guest, be interviewed. If you don't know who hosts the show, I'll just be a guest. I'm not a host. These people that I'm talking about, really awesome friends of mine, is Edward Wolf and Janae Anderson from Periscope, who've been on Haps for quite a while now as well. And they have their own show. It's the J&E show. And like I said, tomorrow I will be their guest. I'm trying to get this straight. I don't think it's as straight as I want it. We'll see here. All kinds of traffic here, so we could watch this traffic. Let's look for this traffic. The car's not here yet. Okay. So tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, is when I'll be on. We'll be on, I should say. So look forward to that. And something that we should talk about, something I just found out today. And I'm not sure exactly how accurate this is. And I've talked about this before, but we're going to elaborate just a little bit because I might need to do some digging about what I'm about to say. And of course, there's going to be quite a few details that I'm purposely going to leave out for a very, very good reason. And I'm not going to tell you who it involves, other than tell you that it's a coworker of mine or a former coworker. But a little bit about that in a moment. Is the reason why I'm kind of hesitating when I say this person's a coworker of mine. That this person was a coworker of mine, former coworker, who's gonna be a coworker a second time. And on one hand, that's a good thing because this person is kind of cool, very down to earth person. I'm not going to tell you who it is. Nobody needs to know. But what I will tell you is this: is one of the reasons why I'm telling you this is because we talked about this before. The reason why we talked about this before is because what this person was about to do, and I'll talk about that in a moment, got me kind of excited and very, very proud of this person. So, for those of you who have seen some of my broadcasts before, one of my broadcasts, I mentioned this particular coworker that I'm talking about now went to just recently to the Air Force BMT. You guys don't know what Air Force BMT is. Air Force BMT is Air Force Basic Military Training, aka boot camp. I don't like calling it boot camp. I don't like calling any type of military basic training boot camp. That's just me. That's just my opinion. I guess that's okay. But here's the thing. As excited as we all were for this person to be going through what this person was about to go through, I'm just watching traffic right now, guys. Hold on. sometimes these people don't know which direction they're going. Shouldn't be ever driving if you don't know what direction you're going. That's just my opinion. I'm sticking to it. But anyways, here's the thing. This person, now I don't know how true it is. I hope it's not true. But from what I've been told, the reason why this person's coming back is because, unfortunately, this person at basic training got hurt. Somehow, this person hurt their leg. I don't know how. I don't even know what type of injury this person sustained. But this person's already out. And what I mean out was, from what I've been told, was medically discharged. And on one hand, I almost don't want it to be true because, we were all pulling for her. And as a matter of fact, this person's parents were prior services as well. So there's a lot to look forward to. And like I said, I had a lot going for her. But unfortunately, I was told she's coming back to work. So it's a good thing that she's able to come back to work. My gimbal does not like it when we turn corners. I'll tell you that right now. At least that's what I'm observing. See how it's still a little crooked? I haven't figured that out yet. I don't like how it's crooked like that for $130. But I digress. So, unfortunately, if this is correct, I'll have to figure out, I'll even have to ask her because something's not checking out about the story. Because usually, if you discharged, regardless of how, in this case, it would be medically discharged from the Air Force. I don't know what or how that is. I don't. And the reason why I say that is because, yes, I'm prior service as well. But I was Army. And even in Army, it actually takes a little while to get discharged regardless of how you get discharged. Even medically. Across the street again, folks. Hold on. So if I'm not seeing any of your comments, I do apologize. That's why I'm not calling anybody out or addressing you. So my apologies. So there we go again. We're turning corners, and the gimbal doesn't like it. So I'm going to read the instructions a little bit more tonight, see what I'm not doing that I'm supposed to be doing. Or maybe I'm doing something I'm not supposed to do. Either way, doesn't matter. What matters is just keeping the phone stable so that it looks. And if I pan over to the right, this is some of the dorms. And for the last year and a half, 2 years, these parking lots, not just this parking lot, but a lot of them, have been empty. Very empty. I'm not used to seeing them full. So it's a good thing we're seeing them full. That's what we want to see. Seeing these parking lots in use.
Yeah, so I registered them for something in October where we have like a...
So I think some of these buses, what I usually ride on, are usually either, especially the route that we're looking at now, It's either they're ending or they're getting ready to start a new service. It's college back in session. From what I understand, I believe college, or at least classes, started today. From what I was told the 25th. Today's the 25th, so we'll see. So turning that corner, I kind of had to pan the camera at the same time with the on the handle of the gimbal. There's a little thumb joystick, and that's what makes the phone do this up and down kind of thing. That's what I'm doing now, just to show you all. Kind of like this gimbal, but I'm kind of not sure about it at the same time because I had a gimbal before by a different company. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Called Zhyan, Chyan, I think is how it's spelled or something. Still a 3-axis gimbal, just like this one is. Pan, tilt, and roll. But that one would stick with whatever you wanted it to do at the time that you were doing it. This one doesn't seem to be doing that. So I don't know if that's just a thing with this gimbal or what it is. I'm not so sure. So, but like I said, I might be able to talk to my coworker, see what happened, because I'm not so sure, even medically, that you can be discharged so quickly. So we'll have to see what happened. Hopefully it's not too big of a thing where maybe on a very, very slim remote chance that sometimes folks with an injury, especially if it's a minor injury, sometimes I'll let you go and say, after a little while, heal, and then after a little while, then you can rejoin as prior service. And you just have to go through training all over again. So I'll have to talk to her, and if she doesn't, she pretty much knew that I was there for her before she got shipped over to Texas. I think it's Laughlin Air Force Base, I believe, which is a joint base. But I know very little about Air Force versus Army, so I'm not sure exactly what. See, I didn't like that either. It's changing my hands. So now I'm holding with my left hand, so we're going to pan to the right a little bit, just because. Look at these pretty trees. There's people in front of me, and we're not going to put them on camera. So that's just my way of respecting others. So, have you guys seen this plenty of times before? Let's do this. Why don't we do this? There we go. All right. So something's really weird. It's not liking something. So we're gonna have to see what's going on here. All right, let's forget about that now because it looks kind of level in portrait versus landscape. It's definitely not level in landscape. Maybe that's me. Maybe I'm just going crazy. But what I wanted to show you is this. There you go. Look at all those cars. All those cars. I'm not a student. I don't plan on being a student. I just live in the area next to the university. I'm still thrilled to see the students back in town. That's what we want. The town that I'm in thrives with these students here. And it just gets too quiet with the students not around. It just gets too quiet. So there we go again. That bus there is running. So must be the first day for running. It says 59 the stadium loop. Usually it's a 57. So we'll have to see what's going on here. What the hell? Yeah. You can tell I'm moving my hands now. We're changing hands. Right. All right, so we're gonna cross the street, giving this one car here. And we're gonna figure out what's going on with this gimbal. So usually when classes are not in session, these buses don't run this late. But I think there's 2 more routes that were added, campus routes. So we'll have to see what's going on. So I was told another one, the 51, was supposed to be running today as well. So I'll have to see what's going on with the buses. So I do thank you guys for being here. And one more thing, we'll talk about it tomorrow. So going to join my 3 of my friends' broadcasts. One is tonight. Is Jim, that is JS on Haps. This is his handle. Around 11 p.m. He's usually live around 11 p.m. every Wednesday. Good friend I've met 3 times. Twice in Chicago, once in Phoenix, with a whole bunch of other friends as well. Awesome guy. Very down-to-earth guy. So I'll be watching his broadcast. Hopefully you guys join his broadcast as well tonight. And then tomorrow, I'll be a guest. You'll actually get to see me, because a lot of times I've been just, the camera is like how it is right now instead of facing toward me. But you guys actually get to see me tomorrow on the J&E show. If I have that name right, I apologize if I got it wrong, but I think it's called the J&E show, featuring Edward Wolf and Janae Anderson. I've known for years on Periscope, and then when Periscope ended, they've been on Haps ever since. They created their own show, and they featured guests such as Jim was on a few weeks ago. A couple other guests were on as well. They took a break last week. They took a break, and they're back at it tomorrow. So that's 7 o'clock tomorrow. So let's flip the camera, you guys. All right, so I will see you guys tomorrow, 7 p.m. sharp, give or take a minute or two. We know how technology is. That's why we're testing my gimbal. And tomorrow I'll tell you why I even have a gimbal in the first place. Not just what I was doing here, just more of just a test and a walk and see how well it actually works. What its claim to fame to be is. It smooths out the image. Is it as good as I think it is? We'll have to keep using it and see what's going on, because every time I turn, it does something silly. So either I'm not doing something right, or I'm not doing something I'm supposed to be doing, or maybe I'm doing something I'm not supposed to be doing. Either way. So we'll figure that out. We'll talk about it more tomorrow. And I'm going to go home. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to relax because I'm on vacation. And I will see you guys later. All right. Let's change the camera back. Let's go this way. Yeah, it still doesn't like that. So there's another bus. So we're not sure exactly what the buses are because there's an app that shows you where the buses are. And earlier, when I did catch the bus, earlier, it doesn't like that at all. It does not like it when we turn corners. And just my opinion, it's one of the reasons why you have a gimbal, to keep it stable when you're making sudden movements like that. And it doesn't like any sudden movements whatsoever. So we're gonna keep playing with this gimbal. I'm gonna get off the air and see what's going on here. So you guys have a good night, and we'll see each other tomorrow night. Bye bye now.